It's 9 minutes past 3 on Oluyole 98.5 FM Ibadan. Coming up next is Searchlight with Dora Deriba. Stay tuned.
The war against insecurity, particularly terrorism, banditry, kidnapping for ransom and other violent crimes, especially in northern Nigeria, has recorded some remarkable successes under the Tinubu administration, with reports of bandits and terrorist leaders being neutralized and areas hitherto under siege being liberated. However, violent crime seems to be fighting back, and the unmopped wave of criminal marauders in the core north seem to be cascading down to other areas, in particular the north central in recent times. First it was Kogi and now Kwara, with communities in Kwara South in particular facing a warlike and siege situation at the hands of rampaging bandits believed to be after solid mineral and farmlands. Satellite this afternoon on Oluyole 98.5 FM will be discussing the security threat in Kwara. Yes, that's topic for Satellite this afternoon, the security threat in Kwara. And my guest on the program is a war veteran, a former chairman of the state chapter of the Nigerian Legion, public affairs analyst, and a barrister at law, a barrister Lasisi Adetunji. Welcome to Satellite, sir.
Good day.
Our Satellite is our regular current affairs discussion program where we take up topical issues affecting our country, our nation, and our world. My name is Dora Deriba, your host on the program. Apologies for that break in transmission, and it's good to know you are still there. It's still Oluyole 98.5 FM, and the program is Searchlight, our current affairs discussion program, Thursday afternoons. And like I said before, we are discussing the security threat in Kwara. My guest, a war veteran, former chairman of your state chapter of the Nigerian Legion, is a public affairs analyst and a barrister at law, a barrister Lasisi Adetunji. So I'm straight to business, Barrister Adetunji. And well, I'd like to start with this. As a war veteran yourself, and someone who is well versed in security matters, and I can rightly say you've seen it all. Can you rate the current war against insecurity in Nigeria under the Tinubu administration?
Rate it how?
Can you rate the current war against insecurity in Nigeria under the Tinubu administration? Can you give a scorecard? What do you think the effort so far?
The effort is yielding results at the pace they are taking it. It's yielding result.
Or at the pace
they are taking it.
That's
yes.
Significant.
Yes. I mentioned that because if they can change their style and then they listen to important views of those people who understand security aspect, I think they will be better than this. But at the pace they are taking it, I think they are moving. That's what I mean.
What do you think they should do differently? You said they should listen to those.
No, to advise. We have been talking it. I think this thing is not. There's no true way of doing it. Security is local. If you now begin to rely on your own people on the ground, you cannot go anywhere. That's why we are seeking for. We are talking of state police since all these days. Nobody has ever thought it wise that is enough is enough. If you are now bringing somebody that is it doesn't know the terrain where it's going to operate, and you want him to perform, he won't perform more than his ability. And I think that is one of those things I'm talking about. And also, it's not the number of people that you put on the ground that matters, but the equipment, the armament they will use. And nowadays we have advanced technology. You don't need to carry. It's like when we are talking of banking in those days, with the the population how it was then, and still they will give you tally to come tomorrow before you get your money. But nowadays, how many people are in the bank? With advanced technology, you go in, you get it done. The same thing in military. If they can provide all these things that we are talking about, not everything that they will provide, because financial capacity of the country cannot take it. But at the same time, the one that is essential must be given to the people who are operating, who are on the ground to do the job. If this is done, an intelligent gathering that they are getting, I doubt whether it's sufficient. If they get it to the local people, I think they will know better. That's what I mean.
Okay, we'll also come back to the level of will and the strategies being adopted and the logistics necessary for this war against insecurity. But for now, I also want to ask the wave of attacks currently ravaging Kwara South local government. Ravaging Kwara South. Let me just say Kwara South. Now, what does this tell us about our own security and security awareness in southwest Nigeria? Kwara is just next door.
But we should know this thing, even right from the beginning when this thing started, even when it started in the northwest or in the northeast, we should expect it here. You know, I've been saying it. We should expect it here because it's like when somebody is in the terrain, when it's difficult, he will have to escape to a place where it's safer to keep his life. And that's what you are saying now. North Central has been getting this attack for long. Can't we hear it? Is it news that they attack Benue State? Is it news that they are in Kogi? Is it news that they are in Niger here? You know, these people are banging with Kwara. So why are we surprised? The same thing, our own people too here. We should not be surprised that they have not inflated into the. You know, the governor said it sometimes that the bandits are not far to where he was talking that day. So that is it. I don't think that it should surprise anybody. So we should be at alert. We should not just think that the thing has not reached here. What has not reached here? It has reached here.
But at best, I think what we've had here thus far, we have pockets of maybe killer herders, and we have pockets of those who want to maybe interested in mining activity, and then we don't see them as much of a problem compared with what is happening in Kwara now, and now that we were apprehensive as to whether these attacks could come to us or not. So is it that this has already come to us, or we are just being apprehensive that it could come to us?
It could. We should be. It could. Do you really thought that it cannot come to us? Why? Why? Why are we going to say that they are not? It's not possible. What is not possible again? It is the settlement. You know, if you know the connectivity of this our boundary, you will know that this thing is possible. We have Benue State. When you come to Kogi here, you just pass, just with Keno, you just pass to Benue State from Kogi. And what is Kogi to Kwara? Are they not the same? I mean, share the same boundary? So it is not going to be new. If we are not prepared, they will just one day they gather and surmount us, and that is how it will be. We should be prepared for it. We don't wait till they come or until they settle down before you begin to attack them. Look what happened in Zamfara. The governor mentioned that he knows where they are. If it's a serious government, can't they tell the government to take them, give them that information, and then they bombard the place where he say he knows?
Maybe he gave the information and no, there was.
There's nothing. I doubt whether they have done anything. If they have done something, and you know what is Sokoto, that is what Sokoto is experiencing. What is happening in Zamfara is what is affecting Sokoto, because Zamfara and Sokoto is just 131 miles. When you get to Talata and Mafara, you are already in Sokoto. So if you know that terrain, the same thing happening in KB. KB here in Zuru, we are the same boundary, it's the same forest that join together. That is how it is.
Now, news coming from Kwara South, communities in Kwara South, and particularly a community called Oluyole, have not been very palatable.
It should not be.
Has not been pleasant
It should not be.
at all. Stories about communities being rendered desolate, villages being ravaged by these rampaging elements. Now, aside the reported military onslaught against them in the core north, do you think there are other reasons these criminal elements are attracted, are drawn, are coming to Kwara South and Oluyole community in particular?
I don't know what attracted them there, but I know settlement of these the others are not far from that place. You remember the other time they dislodged at Gagaya? That's where they went to. It's in Kwara now. So maybe they have established themselves there, who knows? And if they established themselves there and they were not checked until the gets out of hand, and that's why we are their peak pin. They know who's supposed to take care of them, and that's why they know a target that they are going to go after, and that's what they are doing there. That's why they are killing the right person who are defending them. Bringing a brigade there cannot solve it. I don't think that is what the government should do. All this fire brigade approach cannot solve this our security. Let us believe that this thing is with us. Let us believe that security is permanent. We should not hold it as impromptu. We should not be handling it as fire brigade. It should be part of us. Security. Let it be part of us.
Well, the herders you talked about, the killer herders, the criminal ones amongst them, I think that's something that we've always had to deal with, not just Kwara, parts of the southwest. But what is happening now seems to be something entirely new. People are leaving their villages, and people are fleeing from their homes.
No, they should flee. They will run away from the village when they see somebody who cannot take care of them. They are not covered by security. Why will you remain? You will find a shelter. You will go where you will be safe. That is what is happening. You remember what happened in Niger in those days? What they are doing is that they give money out to all these what they call the terrorists or bandits before they go to their farms, and they pay tax. Nobody denied this. Nobody denied it. They are so loose, and that is what we are experiencing.
Do you think we are getting to that point?
Where?
In places like Kwara, for instance, where these people are about to flee their villages and no one knows how to return them to those places. Now you mentioned those places where people have to pay taxes and levies before they can access.
It's the same thing now.
Do you think we are approaching that?
Yes.
In Kwara and Kogi in particular.
It is the same style. It is the same set of people who are doing the other thing that they are happening. It's what is happening in Kogi. It's what we should expect in Kwara. I don't know the same.
These people, Barrister Adetuyi, can you hazard a guess as to who they could be?
They are human beings. I don't know if they are not Nigerians. Why do we allow them to remain in Nigeria? If they are not Nigerians, why do we allow them to remain in Nigeria? Is it not our own land? Is it not our own soil? Anywhere they can come from, I don't care. Let them be Libyan, let them be Niger, let them be Yabiko, anything. They are already in our land. We can deal with them. That's what I thought.
But we do not seem to have enough collaboration between the local communities, the hunters, the vigilantes, and the government security agencies, and the local people who allege the security agencies of complicity.
Yeah.
What do you make of this?
That should, is internal security. They should know. I mean, that is the duty of the governor there. Within their locality, there should be synergy among all of the security agencies there. Hunters, vigilante, anything they call themselves, you should get them together. You should not give room for somebody to be alleging one or the other. That's what I thought.
Okay. And the local communities in the affected parts of Kwara State, they made this very serious allegations, don't denied by the state government. They are saying that local hunters and vigilantes are being disarmed by the DSS to give advantage to the invaders.
That's what I heard, that they did it a day before or so, before they came to attack them, when they collected their guns or something like that. I thought that, I don't know whether it's rumored or something. I don't believe it. I don't think that's how we work. I don't believe the talk.
Well, I don't want to believe it too.
I don't believe it too. That DSS came, they see their gun, they say they will go and repair their gun for them, and then, what type of manner is that? Are you the one who gave me the gun that you want to repair?
And then we also have stories about the DSS and the military warning the vigilantes and the hunters that they must not fire a single shot.
I don't believe that too. I don't believe that
too. It looks square.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that too.
But then, for those saying this, is there any reason the DSS would want to be deliberately found culpable over these bloodless? Because I was trying to.
You mean the agency, the DSS itself as a whole? No. It's not possible.
Any reason?
I doubt.
Like people sponsoring them, people in high places.
No, if somebody says that, then the CEC will allow that thing to happen when it's still commander in chief, and we allow the director of DSS to remain. I think that secondly we dismantle that DSS. That's what I thought.
Maybe there are things the director of DSS does not know. Maybe there are things that
it's not possible. It's not possible. It's not possible. Security is not like that. You don't take you can't take law into your hand.
Okay, but do you see the Nigerian military as overstretched, having increasingly had to perform police duties and the duties of other civil security agencies?
For long they have been overstretched. For long they have been overstretched. For long. They are just calling them on daily basis to do this job. They make it to be like fire brigade for them. You know, I said there was a brigade at what they call the Kwara before. We have 22 armor brigade there. Now they are calling them to bring a brigade. A brigade of what?
I think for military base.
Military base in Kwara. Haven't we got military base in Kwara? We have. If they want to do these things, it's very easy. They are not handling it very well. They are not handling the way they should handle it. That's what I thought. They are not handling it very well though. I doubt whether they are serious about it. If they are serious, that's not the way they should be handling it. They should be ready to send them packing. If they infiltrate to our own country and they are not Nigerians, and you allow them to pester, to remain like that for days, for months. They have started to establish themselves like Bukwara.
That's terribly my fear, Barrister Adituyi. Well, you have well traveled, Barrister, especially in the course of your career as a soldier. Now, like petroleum, solid mineral deposits in parts of this country, like petroleum, has become almost a cost to the host communities due to the activities of these rampaging bandits. Now, what do you think the authorities can do to properly harness these solid mineral resources for the common good? I see it happening in Zamfara, where gold that has not been harnessed by the right authorities for a long while is now the cause of the problem. And then it seems like it is exactly what is happening in Kwara.
What we are practicing is not federalism at all. If we are practicing federalism, everybody will live on his own. All right? Then the central will be so weak that will not be controlling it. If I have this thing on my land, only God give it. All right? Those people who have oil in South, God gave them that. Here too, God gave us our own. We do not. God gave them their own. Let us practice normal federalism and see what it is. Restructuring is the answer to it. If we restructure, everybody man his own region. Anything you get on your hand, on your land, is yours. Then you pay right to the central, so that they will use it in taking care of armed forces, banking, security, and all the rest. That's how it should be. All these things that we are doing, somebody gave a license to somebody from Abuja to go and mine something at Shaki. You see how bad it is, and the governor of the state, he doesn't know. Is that administration? Are you getting it right? The class will just be there. They will just come, they say they have license. Who gave you license? From Abuja? And they will take it to Igbope. It's terrible.
Okay, so in view of this, what brand or what manner of restructuring and resource control would you suggest? Remember, Barrister Adetunji, things have changed since the days of the region. A lot has changed.
A lot? Like what? Well, we cannot go back to federalism?
Well, it won't be.
Like we cannot restructure. We have 6 geopolitical zones. We have got 6 geopolitical zones, that is south-south, southwest, southeast, northeast, northwest, and north central. Can't we stay like that?
Exactly the point, Barrister Adetunji. There are suspicions even among the individual ethnic nationalities within those zones that you have mentioned.
That what?
We do. I mean, we are more divided than ever before, even within the individual. Sincerely apologies again for that break, and the program is still Searchlight, and it's good to know you are still there. So, Barrister Adetunji, before that break, we are talking about what manner of resource control, what manner of restructuring, what manner of true federalism. And I was saying that you are talking about the possibility of returning to the federalism that we once had, that seems to work so well, and I was saying that things have changed since then, even within the individual geopolitical zones that we are talking about. Well, for instance, if we are talking about, let's say, assuming we come up with something like Oduduwa region.
Yeah.
So you are from Ibadan.
Yeah.
And well, I might take exception to the capital being cited in Ibadan.
Okay.
For the simple fact that that consciousness has been revived among the individual ethnic nationalities, like I said, among the individual groups within each region that would also want to lay claim to certain things. How do we share resources? Like I said, we have become more aware, we have become more conscious.
No, you are just dumping it together. We have our states in the region. The state remain. The 6 states will remain. They are not cancelling the states. Even if we have 10 states, it's going to be in that zone. You get it, in that region.
But there must be a central government within.
No, are we having quarreled that Ibadan, right from when it was Western region, is it not Ibadan that is the capital? Is it not Kaduna that is capital in the north central? Is it not Enugu that is capital in the northeast? All these things has remained to be. That's why there is no quarrel about it. Who query that it will not be at Ibadan because he cannot come to us here or what?
Remember, Barrister Adetunji, at a particular point in time, when the statue of Chief Obafemi was erected in front of Government House, some people felt that because he was not from here.
No, it's a political blunders. Is it not back there again? It's political blunders. That one you can't get that.
It's a soldier that is there now.
Yeah, because he's for senator. That's a senator.
Well, the other, just by the way,
it's a blunder. That one is political blunders. We can't do that again. Nobody will do that.
if indeed, Barrister Adetunji, now back to the matter of the bandits and terrorists fleeing the onslaught in northern Nigeria, and if indeed these ones are forming another crime hotspot in Kwara and Kogi, well, Barrister Adetunji, I'm not a soldier, but I do know there is something called mop-up operations done in military exercises. So what did the soldiers did not fail to do so that we still have so many escaping from them, so that they are still so well armed and have been able to render nothing less than 25 communities desolate, according to the accounts from the Kwara South Senator?
When we are talking of mop-up operation, what they should have done is that when military pass through, they will replace that place with mobile police who will be on the ground.
Okay.
Who will take care of those civil activities that they are doing there. That is how they do it. I don't know whether this time they just clear them and they leave the place. No. Normal thing is to let the presence of mobile police be there, who will be on the ground, so they cannot strike again when you are leaving the place. That is the way we do it. So I think if they do that, there will be no cause for any alarm.
So why are they not doing that? So
I cannot say. That is within them. If they do, they should not do. They should do what they didn't do. Who will tell? Who will say? And that's what I'm referring to the governors. If they say that they are waiting for headquarters, that is Abuja, to give him directive before he can protect his people, no way. He will not get anywhere before the rampage or the split. So the best thing is to be on his feet, and then he does what he's supposed to do.
Well, it's just that if a governor does want to protect his people, it's just it's either of two things. Right. Either he decides to break the law.
How?
He could decide to, for instance, come up with a security force and then injure them with weapons.
No, I think you see our own Amotekun, how effective are they? Can't they do that there? Can't they copy it? Eh?
Well, I'm afraid.
Let them copy it now.
Barrister Adetunji, I'm afraid God forbid we have the Kwara South situation here in Oyo State. The weapons in the hands of Amotekun would be useless.
It will not be useless.
Against those elements.
It will not be useless.
Considering the arms they carry.
It will not be useless.
According to reports.
It will not be useless. It's not only arms alone they use in fighting. So intelligent reports is there. Before they strike, you will be proactive. If you are proactive, you will not allow them to strike before you operate. All right? Even if there's all those weapons that they say they are having, if you are proactive, you will just surround them and get it from them. So it is not only weapon that can say this is what we are going to do in the operation. Intelligent gathering has to do. Well, that's why I say it is local. Let them be on the ground. All the nooks and crannies of the states, they know it. They have their own people. Let every villagers organize, and then they will surround them. All their bush they are talking about, is it not their own land? Is it not their farm? Let them be there. And if government is serious, get them drones in those places. Let them get drones to take care of the bush. They will get reports, and then they will do the right thing. Their strike will go there, and then they strike to the appropriate target, not on the community. Though we cannot rule out any collateral. How small it may be, it's possible.
Well, the Kwara State governor is saying exactly what you have said. He said that he would set up a local security force.
Let him do it, the better.
But then, how soon is that?
That's led to
people are being killed. He said he's just going to train them. He said he's going to recruit them from among, and people are being killed. Well, perhaps even as we speak.
That's why I say it should have done that. Says now, you don't think that this is. How do you think that will not happen? You know, we have been saying it on this table that these people that are striking at Zulu or at Bologna, you are looking at, they are already coming down here to settle, because anybody that is in a place where it's not safe, you look for a place where it's safe. Very simple now. They will inflate. They are already here. Even if they are not operating, don't say that they are not here. They may be capable to do anything because they are not gathered. But if you say they are not here, 1, 2, 3, they are here.
So there's a possibility that these people, that well, there could be more to these people than we are seeing on the surface. the way we are saying that it's possible that they are here already, that could indicate that they are very much well organized, much more than we think. No,
they may not be organized. They may scatter to the same place. They may scatter. All right? They may not be organized. I mean, those people that we are saying they are infiltrating into this place, they may not be the organized one. The organized one are the one that is now attacking. But the other people that are scattering for their lives are the one that I'm talking about, that they can come here for their safety. All right?
And they could eventually
become nuisance.
Become a nuisance.
Yes.
But in the process of becoming a nuisance, don't you think there could be complicity on the part of our own people too? Maybe the local chiefs, for instance, the traditional rulers. Well, a lot of people have pointed accusing fingers in their direction. That
we don't rule it out. We are even only 12 are disciples of Jesus. Judas is there out of only 12. So you don't rule it out. Any of the traditional rulers who participated like that, who involved themselves in that mess, will be taken care of. Will be taken care of by the government. I think they will not allow him to exist.
The program is still satellite on Oluyole 98.5 FM, and we are discussing the security threat in Kwara. We'll go for this short break, then we'll be back. It is good to know we are still there, and it's still Oluyole 98.5 FM. Satellite is the program, and we are discussing the security threat in Kwara. My guest on the program is a war veteran, the former chairman of the state chapter of the Nigerian Legion. He's a public affairs analyst and a barrister at law, Barrister Lasisi Adetunji. Satellite, it's also an audience participation program, and welcome your questions and contributions on the program. Number to call to be part of the program this afternoon: 080-5500-9850, 080-5500-9850, and 070-5555-1985, 070-5555-1985. Those are the numbers to call to be part of the program this afternoon. Now, the verdicts of past military chiefs on Nigeria's chances of winning the war against terrorism and banditry has not been very encouraging. There was mentioned political will. The latest being that of the former CDS, General Rocky Irabo. So, what is the precise definition of political will that could hinder the military from effective performance of its constitutional responsibilities? I wanted to answer that question from the point of view of a soldier.
No, it happens. You know, they take orders from the. He is the commander-in-chief. They take command under any military. Take command under. When we have civil populace, I mean, when we have democracy, any military is directly under civil control, and that is the commander-in-chief for you, the president, who owns the NSA, National Security Advisor, down to the CDS and Chief of Army Staff and all the rest. If the command is weak from up, or is not directed to do something, you can't do it. If you are not giving order to move, you don't move. But if you move on your own. That is the meaning. And if you are not provided equipment or logistics to do the job, it means there's something you can do. Those are the areas where the military can be lessening their power.
So do you fault a system, when you were in the system and now that you are an ex-soldier, do you fault a system where loyalty to the commander-in-chief seems to be placed above loyalty to country?
Yes.
That's what it looks like too.
Yes, you've got the answer. Loyalty today is to the CNC, but in those days you use loyalty to the normal thing is loyalty to the country that you swear to. But nowadays they have their loyalty to commander-in-chief because they don't want to lose their job. And in those days, you don't lose your job if you are loyal to your country. Yeah. All right? That's the difference.
So what would the difference have been in those days? Let me call it the good old days.
That's what we have said now. You know, when you are loyal to the country, you will perform, irrespective of who is at the top. You will do the job, and those at the top will provide you with necessary equipment you will use to do a good job. If you don't perform, then it's your fault. But nowadays, it's otherwise. It's another thing entirely. You may not be provided with equipment. You may not be asked to do the job even if you want to do it. They may not give you order to perform it. If they don't give you order, where will you say the order you got? Where will you say you get it if you want to perform? So those are the differences between now and then.
Okay, now what I'm getting at, Barrister Adetunji, and I'm saying this because we have heard stories, though I've not been able to personally confirm, but these are stories we heard from soldiers that have been out there on the front. On the course of the job as journalists, we've heard such stories from soldiers out there in the theaters of conflict. Now, for example, you are at a certain location fighting against terrorists, and you get information about the movement of these elements, that they are in a particular place about to swap on a particular community, and then you are there, you see them where they are encamped, and you are waiting for others to move in to neutralize these elements. Then suddenly an order comes from the high command that you should stand down. So
what will you do?
So I'm putting that question to you, Barrister. That in the good old days, where loyalty to country, loyalty to the people we are supposed to protect, would that order be disobeyed?
You know, order is order, law is law, whether genuine or counterable, all are irrevocable. In those days, such an order may not be given that you have seen the target and somebody says you should not fire. Is that what you are saying? I doubt whether somebody can give that. The reason why they are doing this thing nowadays is political reasons. All right? Because they are defending, you know, the ears of the president is so large that they disturb him. They will disturb him from left, right. So sometimes they will tell you that those people who have been taking care of them, they are our people, and they are this thing. Because of that, let us see if we know the way to resolve it. Then we step down. And you remember what happened in Katsina when those people say they are now managing, they are talking with the bandits that came from bush with weapon, and you are talking with him, and still you allow him to go back to that bush with weapon. You know, the thing is, so it's not a thing that is palatable. So that's what I mean.
What you mentioned just now, and I was coming to that, myself, despite the fact that I'm not a soldier, it still doesn't add up for me. What does this do to the moral psyche of those soldiers when you see the people that are supposed to fight, people that have been killing them, and they're now coming to around?
It demoralizes. That is the answer. It demoralizes the troops. Very simple. It demoralizes them because we are seeing the target, the message to fire, the message to put on the operation, but you are not asked, you are not allowed, so it demoralized. That's the way.
At 082-5500-9850, 070-5555-1985. Now, they say security is a collective responsibility, and then since we started this program, you have laid a lot of emphasis on the role of the local people, on the intelligence gathering, on the role of the community themselves. Now we are where we are now. We are at this what looks like a crossroads. We are apprehensive of a spillover of what is happening in Kwara and Kogi. What do you want to tell the local communities?
The local communities we should be at alert. That's what I'm saying. We should be at alert. In our areas, we know ourselves. Those who are living together, the new tenants that are coming to the area should be known to the community. The CDA should be informed. The BCRC, everything must be. Any new thing that you see, just report. As the governor used to say, when you hear something or you see something, say something. You don't keep quiet. We have got much avenue to say what we like to say now. Unlike before, you can take your phone and then just send it out that these are people parading in your area, you don't know where they come from. Then you know, if they start gathering, you alert people immediately. That's the way you can succeed. Otherwise, if you allow them to pester for long, they will surround us.
But then we must also understand that a lot of these people are actually genuinely fleeing the horrors in northern Nigeria. And now we'll be having more of them. I don't want to use the word refugee for them, but then definitely we'll be having more of such people now that
we have it now. You see the Okada that they are bringing in, you see them riding Okada. We have a lot of them here. If they don't disturb us, if they settle down, it will turn to be you don't suspect them, but we should not lose our guard. That's what I mean.
Exactly the point.
We should not lose our guard.
They are coming in. We have those that want to do genuine business,
yes,
that want to do honest business, and bad people will be coming too.
Sure.
So aside the governments now, well, you said that we should be alert.
We should be alert, all of us.
Alert. And well, I mean, being alert. Just for instance, there are people who will be coming. Those who want to. Who are fleeing, like I said, from the onslaught up there in the north and the north central.
Yeah.
They may want to join you in your mosque for prayers.
Yes.
They may want to join your local church.
Don't I know my congregation before? I should know my congregation. Even if 30 of us are praying today and tomorrow become 40, the new 10 should be known. If it's not known to me, it should be known to a man. The same thing the church is. You know your members. If you begin to get up, you will know the numbers. Then you ask him, okay, you are from where? Where do you stay? You are from so-so. Okay, where do you stay? I say so-so. Then ask his landlord or landlady, where is he from? And then let us get him documented. Once you can document him, you are all right. Let him live if he wants to live peacefully.
So if you can identify those ones that want to live peacefully, shouldn't the community go a step further where those people, maybe for instance, they do not have any jobs to do, any means of fending for themselves? I'm saying this because so that they'll be able to resist any overtures from those who may want to leverage on their situation to make sure that they turn to criminals, to lest they begin to trouble their host communities. So, are you looking at that direction, the possibility of being our brother's keeper in this way?
No, even if we are our brother's keeper, we should know the source of our brothers, where they come from,
their intentions,
their intention of staying with us. That is it. I should not lose my guard. That's what I mean. You should know them very well. If you want to let them be inclusive in your community, you will know where they come from before you accept them. Otherwise, report to the police or any security agencies that are around, so that they take care of them. Simple. We are not driving anybody, but if you say you want to turn to be nuisance, then this place will not be a place for you to settle.
There seems to be a challenge with the phone lines. 08055009850 or 07055551985, and the program is still satellite on Oluyole 98.5 FM. As we wind down, Barrister Adetunji, what is your final word to the government and the people of Nigeria at this precarious time, especially in our own climate, southwest Nigeria?
I don't want us to lose guard. Don't think that these people are not here. That is the way I look at it. I don't want a situation where they will just surround us before we do anything. Let's be proactive. Let us prepare for any eventuality. Security should be permanent. That's what I mean. Let it be permanent to us. Don't let us turn into fire brigade approach, where we say we are send a brigade here, send it back. No. It should be on daily basis. We do it normal thing. Get them trained. Meet this type of people, like those people who are having their chairman of these Okada people. They know their numbers. They will know. I think the government is doing something about their uniform or something like that. If they can improve on that, get them registered, know their whereabouts, where they come from, and all the rest, and they are aboard. Then I think it's all right. We can live peacefully. I pray they will not infiltrate our own state. by God's grace.
I say a big amen to that.
We're going to pray, but we should not relax. That is all.
And our thoughts also with all the communities that are undergoing these horrors as we speak, and we pray for the valiant men and women of the armed forces, the police and other security agencies out there.
They should recruit them very well. Let them recruit our people and take care of their welfare. Very important. Because if they are not happy, there's nothing they can do. They left their own parents or their own family at home. Let's take care of them very well and then give them the use and the equipment. Let government send money to that area instead of all this contingent or what they call it, the one they are doing for the political something.
And instead of spending money on those
empowerment that they are doing, we are just empowering wrong thing. So they should get money on security. I know they are trying, but let us see that it gets to the hand of those who will use it.
All right, we had an interesting time with you, Barrister Lasisi Adetunji.
Thanks for having me.
My guest on the program, Barrister Adetunji is a world veteran, a former chairman of the state chapter of the Nigerian Legion. He is a public affairs journalist and a barrister at law. Thank you again, Barrister Lasisi Adetunji.
Thanks for having me. Well done.
All right, the program has been Satellite, and we've been discussing the security threat in Kwara. Next week, Thursday, is another time. We'll be back with another topical issue on the program. Until then, my name is Tola Teliba, your host on the program. Bye-bye.